Okay. Let's go ahead and get the meeting, February, Delaware County Regional Wastewater Meeting called to order. Penny, will you call the roll, please?
Ray,
Present.
Josh,
Present.
Bill,
Yes.
Brenda,
I'm here.
Ron.
Here. We have a quorum with 2 absent. Minutes of the previous meeting, January 4th, 2024. Has everybody had an opportunity to look them over?
Make a motion, we accept the minutes as written.
I second.
I have a motion and a second. Any changes or updates? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Minutes approved. Treasurer's report. Since Pete didn't bless us, I'll handle. Claims for December 30th, 2023 through January 31st, 2024 totaling $161,970.59. Account balance as of February 2nd, 2024. Cash operating balance, Pete's favorite number, $420,000. Improvement fund balance, $1,297,927.95. January 2024, Daleville TIF transfer of $9,411. And the IBB Indiana Bank Bond transfer of $15,211.35. If there's no questions, I'd ask for a motion for approval.
Make a motion for approval.
Second.
I have a first and second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Treasurer's report moves forward. Old business. Jason, is this you, CD?
Yeah, so last month in January, we were directed to, go ahead and, purchase those certificate deposits up to $1 million after having conversations with, Joe and Bill. We went ahead and got that taken care of. Right now, we're gonna be falling on we purchased one at 500, one at 300, and one at 200. And with the schedule that we're gonna have, we should, start in 2 months from now, we'll be having $300,000 fall off every month, for up to 6 months. Then, once that $300,000 comes back on, we'll approach the board that following meeting to see if we wanna, again, throw it in there, or see what the rates look like, and, or if you guys decide to do something else.
Would it be beneficial to, I mean, this is outstanding of the improvement fund balance right now.
Yeah.
Would it be, could we put that in a line up there that what is in the CDs right now? Because we all, I mean, that is improvement fund money, we know it, so we're really setting on 2.2, you see what I'm saying? Just to give everybody so they know where it's at. So could we move that to the top line, just put a line under there, what's in the bank at the CD, so everybody's aware of it when we have one roll off, and they'll know what we have viable and what isn't.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep, definitely. So, I mean, just with that being said, that improvement fund did take that hit because $1 million was taken out of it
Exactly.
last month, so.
That way it's transparent for everybody, they come in, it's on the agenda, all our finances are there.
What was the interest rate again?
We got 4.35? It wasn't, 515,
We got it the first time, yeah, it went down, it's 4 something.
Down.
it was 485.
I thought it was 461, but I could be wrong.
I got something.
We got something in there.
We're between 4 and 5, I know
Yeah.
that, we knew it was gonna go down from the first one.
So when we did the original 500, Joy down in Old National was gonna, what was the difference that she ended up waiving for us this time? It was,
It was 0.35.
point, 0.25. 0.25
I have to have it in front of me.
deduction because it was municipal funds that, since they didn't do it on the first one, they, followed through on this, next $1 million. So we ended up getting a 0.25% better.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, awesome, okay. Any, questions from the board members? Seeing none, we'll move on. New business, core general service agreement, Crow, sorry, Crow. I'm blind this morning, or this afternoon, general service agreement.
This is, so first of the year, Jennifer always just sends out the, general service agreement that needs to carry us through for the following year. Nothing's changed in it, she just likes to have one on file, just because with, other municipal, clients and everything, with, elections and everything, they just request one every year, so that's what we have. That was in, I was late getting it to Danielle, but nothing's changed in it.
Yeah, I just glanced, looks like
same thing I've seen
Yeah.
in years past.
There was no
so-
rate increase, nothing in there that we need to establish, same thing that we've been paying as far as,
Yeah, it just covers us through for any general services outside of, additional contract work that she might do for us for bonds or anything. So, end of the year accounting and, anytime on call for us.
I think with what we've done the last 2 years, and you know what we have, I think we only got a little under 300,000 in improvements going this year, so we shouldn't have really anything until the end of the year. We've had everything done. We should have the numbers in front of us that the board needs to do business for the year.
Yep.
I don't see any major expenses there.
Nope.
Make a motion to approve the Crow service agreement.
I have a first, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a first and a second, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion carried. State revolving fund, project reimbursement,
We, it's probably been talked about for 6 or 7 months. We wanted to get the Westbrook job kind of buttoned up with some of the, funds that are still left on that side. We went ahead and purchased, 2 ARV valves, and we purchased them through district funds. Now we're asking SRF to reimburse those. So this will be one that Ray signs off once approved. But, I think after this, we have less than $2,000 on it. And really, with how they dictate how we spend that money, it might just be going back.
is there a pump that we can get to put on the shelf for that 2,000, anything that we can use in that Westbrook project that would be beneficial to have on hand? I mean, while we got it, is there anything that we can think of?
Truthfully, at this point, with the rope, the hoops that make you jump through to the original contractors and stuff, I had the conversation with Rob, to send that back to him, unless it was something that we go ahead and purchase up front, it'd have to be like this, a direct part or something, and we don't have anything like that.
All right, and we've exhausted it.
Since we started having some rain, is it still working pretty good?
So, yeah, before the, I think you guys saw the director's report that went out Monday, or even for January.
Yep.
We would have really caught some problems back in previously. It was 4.3 inches of rainfall plus 7.6 inches of snowfall in January. That would have been a overflow situation for sure, especially with the ground being, when it was still frozen, past that initial layer, and that water having nowhere to go. We didn't have any overflows or anything for that.
I've noticed our field tiles are starting to run water now,
Yeah.
where all summer they was dry.
Yep. So, for that headache, definitely, it's big time.
Make a motion to approve the SRF reimbursement agreement. A second.
First and second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved. Jason, you've got the executive director's report next, sir.
Okay, collections update for the month, in December, we were sitting at $849.56 over, the entire area of this month. As of Monday, it was $864.96, and that's even went down, the ones that are on the disconnect list. We've had a couple people come in and pay, so that number's actually a little bit better than that now. We had our first, pre-construction meeting for the Overlook Drive project this month. Scott took care of that for me, I've already had conversations to actually getting this posted online and on the Facebook page. They plan on starting at the beginning of March. On Monday, we prepared a letter that Scott's gonna go door to door.
Okay.
And also, try to touch base with these homeowners with the fall into March there, worried about people being on spring break, and so we wanna make sure we accommodate everybody on that. Then for the Wharton construction project, looks like it's gonna be at end of April and May start date. So, right now, we've had conversations with the gentleman that farms the fields in that area where we're gonna be replacing the gravity sewer, and also they've talked to him about possibly using another field that connects to that number 1, lift station, use it for the landing and stuff there too.
And are we talking that's going through the light and then back on the west side there of 3, just past was it Dollar General?
Yes.
That's where they're gonna set the site up, so they stay off of the main road there.
They're gonna set it up on the opposite side, north of Dollar General, on the other side of the creek where our lift station is.
Okay.
They're talking about setting it back to the west of that,
Okay.
in that field.
Well, that keeps Robertson wide open, that's why I was hoping that we could get an agreement down there, and that way that stays open, cause school, I mean, it's gonna be a mess as it is already.
Yeah, and, I think the board had mentioned, when Overlook Drive hit, and we kind of awarded the project there, really only, other utility or service that we were worried about was trash collection and bus. Bus picks up everybody at the corner there, there's only one family, and they walk all the way down from Overlook Drive to the T there. So we don't have to worry about any bus traffic or anything. Then for trash collection, they told us up to any Thursday night before, they do trash collection on Fridays, just give them a call that night or that day before, and they can make sure that driver runs the route, very first thing or last, and to accommodate us, and as long as they have one lane there, they'll be fine getting through.
I would just set that up then on Fridays when they go through, that's first, and have everybody out there, and that's why I have the construction crew, cause it is a Friday pickup.
Yeah.
If you can just get them to put it on then to do it first,
Yeah.
and then have the construction crews come in, not start till 9 o'clock that day.
Yeah.
Whatever, just make it to where they get through there first, and then it's totally out of the way.
Yeah. I think that's all I got.
Danielle, it'd be your turn.
Okay, we sent out the letter to Chesterfield.
Sure.
Jennifer sent a couple of emails with some information to me. I put that in the letter and I forwarded off and told them we would be crediting the payment that would be sent in March. Jennifer wants to know, and she had brought up, a couple of points that there could be a difference in what the town actually drew down in the actual interest versus the amount that was listed in the agreement. So she wants to know if the district, I've requested that information in the letter, but she wants to know, once we get that, does the district want her to do a further assessment to see if we are owed additional money or not?
I'll ask the board for opinions.
What was that amount?
Well, the amount that we overpaid is $1,551 if you include, February. I don't have any way of knowing what the potential change in the interest may be, because it could be that there isn't a difference in the agreement and what they drew down.
If the board, I would suggest the board make a motion to maybe have Danielle and Bill call it up at the end, that she's gonna be doing some stuff for us here at the, end of the year stuff. We can just kind of drop the question, is it gonna be worth the squeeze to pay her to do it?
I wonder if it will be, because even the overpayment for a period from June of 21 to February of this year was only $1,500.
Yeah.
Which $1,500 is $1,500, but not, if you're looking at maybe another few $100s in an instance.
I don't wanna spend $1,000 chasing $1,500.
Right.
I would rather lose the $1,500 instead
Or the
of
amount of
20.
money Chesterfield's gonna
Yeah, I
spend,
mean,
too.
yeah, and they're gonna go through it, so, I mean, to me, almost, not that it ain't important, but do we wanna put 1,000? I mean, I'll leave it up to the board for direction. I agree with you. Not seeing a motion, I guess we will move forward and not pursue it at this point.
I make the motion not to approve, to go forward with it for Bill and Danielle to look at it.
Okay,
Hang on, I've got a motion on the floor, do I have a second? A second. I've got a motion and a second, not to chase it unless me and you find something different in the end of your report, is that correct, Ray?
Correct.
That's correct, any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion approved. Go ahead.
Jason sent out an email, and we're keeping an eye on Wasson. It looks like they have gone live, and we're going to be looking into getting.
Had a little problem there. We've dealt with this already.
Okay.
No, do we have it, has it been turned over to us yet?
So, that's what,
That's fine.
Yeah, I got her making
Well,
sure.
they called us, you were out, I sent Scott over there, we didn't know it was ours, they were having water back up, then we couldn't find the clean outs going around the building, I talked to Danny,
Danielle,
and told her that Cooley that I didn't think we had possession of it, that it had been turned legally over to us yet, so they were still responsible, but we still seen flow coming into the lift station, it had to be on their end, but we could not find a clean out. I think it was 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, I mean, I sent him over there, we couldn't find anything.
so to kinda get the ball rolling off what was, we reached out to them, I think it was right at the end of November, holidays hit and everything, and they got it buttoned up right about Thanksgiving time. It went live, we reached out, I told them we needed as-bills for it and everything, and also any recorded information. Never got back to us. December, January came, then you got the call. They sent us over some plans up for the as-bills and everything, and so we kinda ran in this on, Bill Harker. You know, they've been maintaining it for years and it was never gifted correctly.
Gotcha.
So got Danielle in on the conversation on Monday morning when we got back, and I just wanted to make sure they realized it was gonna be from the lift station to the lines, heading to the discharge point, and also, if they want, we need to have that, right of entry and everything as well there, so, yeah, it's moving, and we've also went ahead and went as far as scheduling, our alarm people to get out there and to get us a quote on getting the alarm installed there.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
It's not finalized as far as completely
so
turning it
that's
over
not,
to us.
and we're talking 500.
Yeah, we're just
But
waiting.
the other one is ours now, that you
Yes.
mentioned earlier,
Yes.
that you,
75.
Harker, that you,
Harker,
that's buttoned up and that is ours.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're just waiting on them to respond with what they have so that we can take a look at them gifting it officially to us.
Gotcha.
Okay. Good.
Gregory Rhodes at 2405 East Elder Lane, we started the process where they'd be sending out, letters to people who may have small balances or ones that looks like maybe it slipped through the cracks or something. That's two different ones. Okay, that's what I thought. Wait, go back to.
Shopping on Amazon.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so on Gregory Rhodes, he sent the letter, we got back something from a Julianne. She said she believes, she acquired the property in mid-2019 in May. She thinks he may be deceased, but she's not absolutely certain. She's not sure why this was not taken care of at Young's Title. But it's a $48.69 balance. My recommendation is you guys make a motion just to write off the $48, especially if he may be deceased. The amount of time it's gonna take just to look into him being deceased is gonna cost you that much anyway.
Kind of piggyback on what she's saying, those letters that Danielle got for us worked really, really well with and we never got to the point where, I think this is the first one we've actually came back on her that we haven't been able to, she's took a couple phone calls, directing them back to us for payments, and we've kind of, accepted payments on some of these past due balances. There are those ones that are, a penalty, somebody closed, we didn't get the time without having, we can't just write it off without the proper, motion in place and it being approved.
Sure.
I would like to see a situation where these ones that are possibly $100 or $50, that maybe the director has the right to write them off because, it's not worth the squeeze.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. It wasn't in place in the collection ordinance prior to this, just because we had another option with these letters. Now, those accounts have worked themselves out, and we're about the best we're gonna get on them, so.
And you guys know where we're at, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it in two parts then. First off, can I get a motion to write off the $48 and
For Gregory Rhodes.
for Gregory Rhodes, can I get a motion on this?
I'd make a motion to write off $48 for Gregory Rose.
And 69 cents.
69.
69.
48.60.
69.
A second.
I got a first and a second. Any discussion?
Thing about that is that Young's Title all the title companies only do that if the real estate agent asks them to clear the
Clear
sewage
the
bill.
sewer
They
line.
used to do it automatically, but it's not done anymore.
We're seeing issues more and more.
Yeah, it's not done automatically.
Is that something, no, I'm probably getting too deep on that, let's do one thing at a time. Okay, 4860, whatever is on the table for, removal. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed? Motion approved. Okay, you wanted to come in with the second one, Jason's put something on the table there, I'll open it up for board discussion now, as far as the write-off.
Anyone you said is probably on that list, maybe another 25 or 30, they may be 12 cents, just until, yeah, I'd like to see.
Giving the board a chance, I know, Ray, hey, I'm just giving the board a chance to hear it all out, make sure everybody's on the same page here.
When you think probably 25 accounts, but we got less than, there's probably less than $25 on each of those accounts
Yeah, small amounts.
that we've tried to hunt down for 10 years.
Okay. Now, Ray,
I make a motion that Jason has the authority to adjust at his discretion those write-offs.
A second.
I have a first and a second, I'll ask for the attorney's advice on this to get in.
Can we give an authority up to a certain amount?
Could you make a recommendation on this, to this level, or could I get a recommendation from you that would cover these, the majority of these accounts, and what are we talking about? Up to $100.
$100.
You'll modify it to 100, you'll accept it on the second, all right, I have a motion and a second, up to $100 to let the director, superintendent, make discretion to write these off so we can clear these accounts. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved.
Is that Josh, Ray?
Yes.
Ray, well,
Even though we just did that, I had one other one already prepared to discuss today, so I'll bring it up just for the sake of it was on my list. We have, George Schumar at 2409 West Sacramento. On March 10th of last year, he made a $71 payment. He sold the home on March 22nd. The amount was prorated for that month. He had a balance of $53.94. Davies tried talking to this guy. He's basically said, not my problem, I'm not gonna pay you.
Not my coup,
It is his bill.
right,
It's
prorated.
another one where they didn't do anything, but there wasn't a lien on the property because obviously we didn't know it had sold and they had just made a payment, a couple weeks before. So there's a balance of $53.94 that's sitting there that is not the responsibility of the new owner. Do you guys also want that one written off, or?
My opinion is that the director uses discretion of write-off on situations where we can't collect. I don't think this is a situation where we can't collect. I think this is a situation where this guy's just arguing about his bill, and clearly it is.
I say, well, let's let this one ride, the superintendent, if he wants to go digging a little bit deeper with his office staff, let him chase it.
Okay.
If he can bring it in, so be it. If they feel he can get it, and he's not to that point, then we've given him the discretion to make that decision. I'm not gonna take it away from him right after I give it to him. We give it to him. Let's leave it with him. Anything else, dear?
That is it.
Got it. Miss Ashley?
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
So last month we did a few updates on the website. Those included posting about being closed on Martin Luther King Day, your bill dates, the agenda, and the board meeting. This month we've already done, we've spoke with Jason and he approved an article that's being posted today. It might actually already be on the website or on Facebook about Overlook Drive. And then we will be creating some graphics and things to go along with that to remind people that it's upcoming. And it's already on the email draft that will be ready after this meeting. Last month on the email, you had a 52.5% open rate, and you had a little bit over a 3% click-through rate. There wasn't anything crazy last month, so I'm not sure if you have any questions on the analytics or on anything else.
anybody have anything? I mean, everything's rolling smooth as it has been. I mean, I've got no issues. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Okay, we have no committee reports. You got anything there for us, sir?
Jason pretty much covered it all in his,
I was gonna say, the Overlook and Westbrook, what little bits, that's the only two major things we've got, no other problems.
don't have any questions for us?
Nope. Not picking on you, Jenny, but it's the health department, dear, I'll give you an opportunity. Okay, Chase, Yorktown, anything, sir? Any other board member have any other business before us today?
Can I comment?
Yes,
I'm not a
ma'am.
board member, but,
Okay.
the plates are in process. I think the new plates.
Okay. Thank you.
Have them by next meeting.
Good deal. Anything else from the board? Seeing nothing else, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Yep.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you very much.
Thank God.
Thank you all.
My headache can go home.